I stop. Ice what?
Whoa, whoa, baby, poke it out, poke it out, poke it out.
What's up, everyone? I hope everybody is enjoying their Victory Monday. The New Orleans Saints, as you guys know, had their way with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last night, made Tom Brady cuss out our sophomore defensive back, CD Deuce, or Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, made him cry to the refs. We did so much last night. So much that makes me so incredibly happy and makes just winning so much sweeter. We got that W, and now we have another game to look forward to, and this is the Monday Night Football matchup next week. The New Orleans Saints versus Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. So, first thing I want to put out there is that the Las Vegas Raiders not having home field advantage is a really good thing. Their fans are insane. So, that right out the gate is something that we need to look at. But today we're going to be doing the New Orleans Saints versus Las Vegas Raiders matchups to watch. And I love this series. It's one of my favorite ones. It's the one where I look at the most important matchups, in my opinion, to look at in next week's game. And we got 3 matchups this week, 3 that I think are really important, and I hope you guys do too. Before this video starts, though, go ahead and leave your matchups to watch down in the comment section below, and let's see if these line up. Let's see if you guys think the same as I do. But until then, let's go ahead and get right into it. So today we got the first matchup to watch. We got Demario and Alex Anzaloni versus Darren Waller. This is a big one. Last season, Darren Waller had an absolutely enormous breakout year for the Las Vegas Raiders. He finished 2019 with 90 receptions for 1,145 yards and 3 touchdowns. He isn't the best red zone target, which is why his touchdown numbers were so low. But when it came to getting Vegas down the field, he was fantastic at it. He was literally great. Last week against the Carolina Panthers, whose defense is paper mache at best, Darren Waller had 6 receptions for 45 yards. Now, week 1 is the most amount of time you have to game plan for a game all year, so that probably went into stopping Darren Waller. Either way, this is one player that we have to stop. Luckily, the Saints linebackers did a fantastic job in stopping Tom Brady's tight ends yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. O.J. Howard was their best tight end on the field, and he had 4 receptions for 36 yards and a garbage time touchdown. Rob Gronkowski was held to 2 receptions for 11 yards in his big debut. Good to see Tom Brady's boyfriend struggling out there. Whoever gets the best of this matchup, in my opinion, has a nice edge for this game. If they get Darren Waller going, he's a fantastic target to get them going down the field, opening opportunities up for Josh Jacobs, doing so much. Man, Darren Waller's a scary dude. If he gets going, we could be in some serious trouble. So definitely expect to have a couple of players on Darren Waller this week. He's a star for this Vegas Raiders team. I don't know exactly if he's going to be as great as he was last year or this year, but that's what we're going to assume, and that's who I think we really need to stop in their passing game. But we also have another matchup to look at, and this one is even more important in my opinion. This is Cam Jordan and company versus Josh Jacobs. In yesterday's victory versus the Carolina Panthers, Josh Jacobs played an absolutely fantastic game. He had 25 attempts for 93 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also had 4 receptions for 46 yards. He was firing on all cylinders, running the ball well, catching the ball well, getting yards after catch, getting yards after contact. He was doing everything he needed to do to advance down the field. Last year, Josh Jacobs had 1,150 yards and 7 touchdowns, and I don't see him doing anything but improving. Luckily, this run defense of the New Orleans Saints is absolutely fantastic. We haven't allowed a single 100-yard rusher in 44 games, count it, and we're extremely stout against the run yesterday versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Even though they had 4 players that rushed for Tampa Bay, New Orleans still held them to a total of 86 yards and 1 touchdown. This is important for clock control, defense resting, and so much more. It's an enormous matchup versus a fantastic running back, and we absolutely have to at least contain Josh Jacobs to win this game. I don't think that Josh Jacobs is going to have an enormous game, but there is a chance he gets a touchdown or two here and there and maybe around 50 to 60 rushing yards. I'm looking for Cameron Jordan and company to do what they usually do and hold the run to a pretty abysmal number. That's how it's been for the past couple of years. You know, we've had our struggles here and there, but for 44 games straight, we have not allowed a single 100-yard rusher, which is an absolutely amazing stat to have for this team. It is literally great, especially when running backs are so good nowadays, man. You got the Saquon Barkleys, the Christian McCaffreys, who we face twice a year, by the way. Face Christian McCaffrey twice a year, and our streak still stands. That's absolutely insane. All of these great running backs, 100-yard rushing games are the norm, and the fact that we haven't allowed one in so long gives me hope. But we need to stop Josh Jacobs here to win this game. Now, the final matchup I have is a really, really big one for the New Orleans Saints passing attack. And he's usually a matchup, but for this week, it's a very, very good reason. We have Michael Thomas versus the Raiders' #1 corner. Michael Thomas only had 17 yards on 3 receptions against Tampa Bay's secondary. They played an amazing game. The whole offense didn't play good. Sean Payton admitted it was one of his worst play calling games of his entire career, and he absolutely was not wrong. It was horrible play calling. Now, it's a bit difficult to point out who the Raiders' #1 corner is, but I've narrowed it down to either Trayvon Mullen or Damon Arnett. Trayvon being a sophomore and Damon being a rookie. Damon was a first-round pick, but got absolutely burnt by Robbie Anderson on a really big touchdown against the Carolina Panthers in crunch time last week. The Raiders' secondary allowed 115 yards and a touchdown to Robbie Anderson, 50 yards to DJ Moore, and 38 yards to Curtis Samuel. Now, speaking that Michael Thomas is leagues above all 3 of them combined, it could get ugly for the Raiders' makeshift corner group. I cannot express how bad their corner core is. It's terrible. Michael Thomas actually suffered a high ankle injury against Tampa Bay yesterday, so he may be questionable for Monday's game, but with that extra day of rest, it really does help his cause. Luckily, it's something he thinks he can play through, but something we'll have to keep an eye on as well. High ankle injuries do not fare well with NFL players. We know that. We've seen high ankle injuries happen to Alvin Kamara and Jared Cook last year. Even Marshawn Lattimore has had one at some point, so we're hoping that Michael Thomas is going to be able to play through this injury. If not, I would not mind resting him. Like I said, their secondary is terrible, and I trust Emmanuel Sanders to be our #1 wide receiver for a game. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Who do you think wins these matchups? I think pretty much the Saints have the edge in all of them. I think the Saints have the edge in this game, but we'll talk more about that in the preview and predictions video. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. We're back on that daily upload grind, and I'm telling you, except for maybe one day this week, I think Friday or Saturday, because I only have 6 series and there's an extra day for Monday because we're on Monday Night Football this week, so I'll probably stream the day that I can't post a video, but regardless of that, we're on that daily upload grind. I appreciate all you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. It means the world. Comment down below your matchups to watch and let me know who you think has the edge in these matchups, and I'll see you boys in the next one.
Zero gravity.